It's a massive problem. It's a massive problem both culturally and in so many countries around the world, because it's 1 million girls who are dying through childbirth every year. So this is a huge problem.
And you yourself have just come back, haven't you, from one of the countries where this happens, Ethiopia?
Yeah, I've just returned from Ethiopia, where I was just greeted with so much sadness, so many sad stories about girls who got married at 11 and 12, gave birth very shortly afterwards, and ended up having either problems in birth, their children dying, or just ending up in poverty, worse poverty.
I think we can actually listen to one of the people that you met on your trip to Ethiopia. Let's have a listen now.
I wasn't married, but had a boyfriend who lived nearby. He promised he was going to marry me, and we had sex. Then he told his parents that he was going to marry me, but they said no. He left me when I was 4 months pregnant. Sex is a big mystery. We never talk about it with sisters or at school with friends. I always wanted to ask someone, but I was shy and no one was around for me. I wish I knew more about contraceptives, and I hadn't had a child. I still feel like I'm too young.
Tragic story, and quite revealing, that, isn't it? Because she says we never talked about sex. There's a health issue, but this is also a cultural challenge.
Yeah, I mean, especially in Ethiopia, from what I saw, it's just never ever talked about. Sex is just not mentioned. So parents don't tell their children about contraception. They don't know that it's available. Often they don't know what sex is, and then they don't know when they're pregnant. And so all of this mystery means that the issue is hidden. And so more and more people aren't accessing contraception, and it's killing people.
I mean, you mentioned contraception, but my sense of it is that the last few years, there's been less emphasis on family planning, on contraception, especially in the kind of aid community. Is that right?
Well, I mean, there is a different emphasis. I mean, we think it's a massively important issue. Where there's going to be a summit hosted by the UK government on the 11th of July to talk about this very issue and bring it back onto the agenda. Because family planning and contraception and the education that surrounds it can save lives. That's what we're saying, that if these young girls, if Hasia, who you saw there, accessed family planning, she would have been able to carry on her education. She wouldn't have had that child, and she would have been able to continue and maybe get a job and not be stuck in this cycle of poverty. And for many other girls, they have children too young, and then they die, or they are given disabilities for the rest of their lives. And so family planning is such an important element and can change lives and can save lives.